Hello everyone, I hope everyone is having a great week. Today I am not home. I'm actually shooting this video from a family member's house, and I wanted to show everyone how I make these chocolate chip cookies. They're an almond butter based chocolate chip cookie, and everyone I make them for absolutely loves them. I actually got it a couple of years ago, the idea from another YouTuber. Her name's Maddie, and if I find her, I will link her below. These cookies are wonderful. But it's cold out here, beautiful but cold, so I'm gonna bring you inside and let's make those cookies, see how we like it. But it is a beautiful day. Look, I don't know if you can see. It's a gorgeous day. Well, we'll see you soon. Hello everyone, I'm back to show you this chocolate chip cookie recipe. It's 7 ingredients. You would need coconut sugar, 1 cup of it. You would also need Aqua fava, a 1/2 cup, and this is just the bean water that I take from a chickpea can, just 1/2 cup. And that's your binder. That's gonna, because we don't have any eggs in this recipe, so that's gonna bind everything together. You're also gonna need 2/3 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder, about a 1/4 cup of walnuts, raw, and about a 1/4 cup of chocolate chips mini. This is optional. You will also need a teaspoon of baking powder and a dash of salt and a little bit of vanilla. So the first thing we're going to do, and the almond butter. Let's not forget the almond butter. So the first thing I'm gonna do is we're going to mix the wet ingredients. So it's 1 cup of almond butter. I'm gonna put in my bowl. And to that, I'm going to add the Aqua fava. Now the recipe, the original recipe that I got from another YouTuber, Maddie, it said to use more of a loose almond butter, but I buy my almond butter, I just like in it just the almonds, and it comes with the fruit oil. So I don't want any added oils, but if you do buy that one, it's gonna mix a lot faster. So what I'm going to do is just mix these couple ingredients together. And you know what? I will mix this and I will come right back. Okay, so this is how it should look. This is just the almond butter and the Aqua fava. To this, I'm gonna add just a little bit of vanilla. I'm gonna give that a mix. And this is pretty much it for my wet ingredients. I'm gonna put that to the side. To another bowl, I'm going to strain. I'm gonna use a mesh strainer. And this is just so I don't get any clumps in there. So I'm gonna add the sugar, which is a cup of coconut sugar. And then I'm gonna get a spoon. I'm gonna add the cocoa powder, which is 2/3 of a cup. Then I'm also going to add my baking soda, my 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and I also put in there a pinch of salt. And we're just gonna run that through. And this is just to get rid of the lumps. Okay, put that there. We're just gonna go ahead and combine all of that. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get my wet ingredients, and I'm going to add my dry ingredients to my wet. Then we're going to combine everything together. Now this cookie is a more of, it's a flourless cookie. It's basically higher in protein, and it has healthy fats. So this is great because you can eat 1 or 2 and actually get full, so you won't overindulge. So I started making this when before I lost my first 30 pounds, I needed that sweet treat. And this is what I went to. I would have 1 a night, 2 at the most, and it kind of kept me on track. So it's a great, so I'm gonna continue to mix this, and then I will show you what it looks like. Okay, so this is what it should look like. It kind of looks like brownie batter, maybe a little thicker. Depending on the weather outside and your type of almond butter, if it was more stiff, you could just, we do a 1/2 cup of the Aqua fava, which is the bean water. You can adjust and add a little more. So once it's mixed, you're gonna go ahead and add your walnuts, as much as you like. We're gonna add our chocolate chips in there as well. And then we're gonna mix this all together. Go ahead and mix this together. I think I'm gonna add a little bit more walnuts. There we go. All right, and then I had already lined a baking sheet of parchment paper so it doesn't stick. I preheated an oven to 350, and they usually bake for about 7 to 9 minutes depending on your oven. So I would start off with 7. They don't get, they kind of stay flat. They don't really get or rise, I want to say. So I would start off with 7 minutes and go from there. So what I do is I'll get a spoon. You don't want to make them too big, put too much on there because they do spread out significantly. So we're going to go here, and you're just going to get a spoon. You're just going to put it on the paper. So that's about the size that you want. Very little bit because they do spread out significantly. So I'm going to get these all on here and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so this is how they're gonna look. This recipe makes about 27 cookies. So we're going to put this in the oven at 350 for about 7 to 9 minutes, and then when I come back, I will show you what. Okay, this is what they look like in the oven. I'm gonna pull it out.
Probably one of the better ones.
So what do you think about that cookie, Andre?
You know, I wasn't a believer. But this is like my 6th cookie. If that says anything. Good job.